Okay, so we're all here at the meeting, and why don't we go around and introduce ourselves because we are on the internet.
Chris Hindoy, Mayor, City of Shoto.
Danny Arps, the grant administrator for the county.
Bob Swartz, Mayor of Fairfield.
Joe Delwo, Chairman of the County Commission.
Sam Carlson, member Teton County Commission.
Ross Fitzgerald, President of the Power Teton County Water and Sewer District.
Susan Fleshman, mayor of Dutton.
And Melody Martinson, Shoto Acanda.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. The reason we're having this meeting, I received a letter from the City of Shoto requesting their allocation. And at our last meeting, we decided that we would work with the mayors, and hopefully the mayors can come up with a plan of how to divvy up the $865,000. And if that doesn't work out, then we'll probably just go by the census and split it up by population. So that's where we left the last meeting. So I'll open it up to discussion.
Well, we were awarded, and as was Ross, through the ARPA funds, Shoto ranked 13th on the list. We were expecting more than what we got, as everyone came out to find out that they rolled back changed the goalposts on us. But in our grant presentation and our proposal, we put in there that the City of Shoto would receive some matching funds from from Teton County through their ARPA allocation for water and sewer. We would formally like to ask for $500,000 of the $850,000. And that's basically what we're here for. We've already met with our finance people. They're putting the heat on us to get a firm number so that we can get our dollars wrapped up, get things done, and get out to bid.
Any other comments from the districts and cities?
Sure. Lots of comments. We too would like some money. We didn't fare as well at the town of Dutton as you did and stuff in the rankings and all of that. But that doesn't deter us. We still would like our money, and we're requesting the $200,000 that we requested before to finish our project, to start it up and do it. We are proactive in doing everything. We are not as far along in any project as Shoto is or anything like that. We're gonna keep forging ahead. We're doing all the requirements to get grant money and other funding and sources like that. We want to have this project. We want to go for it, and we think it's a viable project and a good project, and it fits our needs really well, and it fits the needs for you to distribute the money and that type of thing. And I think that $200,000 is a good. It's not out of line, and it's not overreaching, and it's a good thing. So we request ours also.
Well, town of Fairfield is like everybody else. We've got a $2 million water project. Our pipes are well over 80 years old, the main lines. We've had numerous leaks. At one point, we were losing 1 million gallons of water compared to what went into the lagoon. So a lot of these leaks we don't even know aware of. Some, of course, come to the surface and we know those. So that's where we're at. Our project, when we sent the letter to up here, we were requesting $500,000. 865,000. Shoto's requesting what, $500,000?
Yeah.
Somehow somebody's got to give here.
And that's why I sent the letter, because whatever we don't get, we're gonna have to go raise rates. We're gonna have to go to the ratepayers and say,
And that's why I sent the letters to you too, and you have them also. We're in the same boat. As a small town, we already are way above the target rates and things like that, going after grants. But we are still, you know, we are willing to do that, and we will also have to raise rates just to get this project done and stuff like that. So, I mean, I believe we're all in the same boat. So just because of raising rates, we're gonna need that.
What's our total?
865.
Not enough, Sammy.
No, I know. I know it's way off.
Because Ross hasn't even weighed in yet.
No,
And you guys got pretty much, your one project got funded, your other project.
You talking for me?
No, I want to know what you guys decided.
Ross, I'll recognize you.
Yes, we have, you just kind of broke that in terms, but you have the picture of both our sewer and our water. Our water is the one that's in most, in progress. And I will tell you that the criticality of finding new water source for power is way beyond, critical. It's emergency almost. Our plant is shot. The bottom line here is that over the last 2.5 years, because of rules and administration and jumping hurdles, our cost of our project's gone from 2.6 to 3.2 million. And understand too, you know, we're an unincorporated town of about 160. So when you prorate that, that's just pennies to us. I mean, that won't even get us across the finish line if you go to that route proportionately. So we're applying for about 160 on the water and about 40 on the sewer. We had an emergency, and we're going to have to replace the entire lift station. So, and that's a bit down the road. But on the other hand, we put in applications for study funds and the whole thing. But right now, the water is the biggest thing, and they have basically sucked us dry on our reserves based on these rules that they've created. And so we're running, you know, with about 3 flat tires here. And so that 160 is pretty critical on the water side. So, and our rates have gone now, as of 1st of October, they've had a 50% hike from 100 to 145 to hit the target rates for the project to be viable. We have delayed rates hikes for the last 10 years, and that was our mistake. So, all in all, this is pretty heavy on the little unincorporated town of Power. So I highly recommend that we are considered, even though we don't have municipal status.
So that's 1.4 million bucks. I'm not real good at math, but there's not gonna be enough to go around. So what I said at the end of the last meeting was if we can't get consensus from you four, and I did also talk to Erling, and he just said that the writing was on the wall. He wasn't gonna come today because he didn't think that they were gonna qualify for anything. So if we can't get consensus from you four on a plan of how to make 865 into $1,000,004, then our last deal will be just go by census.
Which naturally makes who's larger, Shoto or Fairfield?
Show them.
Right. So I guess I'll be the person that asks, is there some negotiation, this leeway? After all, there's only this amount of money. You asked for quite a lot.
Oh, I know.
Can't we settle down and whittle it down a little bit more? And perhaps maybe you asked for quite a lot for the size of the thing. So couldn't we come to an agreement where maybe a little less, and we can all get it?
I would have to go back and see what it does to our rates. We're already planning on raising our rates another $10 for this project. And the 3.9 million that we came up short on, if we were to fund the whole project with strictly rates, that $10 would increase by another roughly 28 bucks. So,
Well, it's going to put Dutton up there, way up there too. If we don't, we're still going to have to raise rates, and that will put us like 100. Push us way over what we're already doing the maximum and stuff. Same way with Fairfield, I'm sure. Power, you know, they didn't ask for a way out of stuff. I mean, I don't think the money was intended to just fund your project, the big one.
no, I don't think it was either.
I think it's I
But
think we need
I
to,
agree.
I think we need to try to, I'm sorry that the project is gonna cost everybody more money, but that's all of us. We're all gonna have to divvy in.
Shoto's got a lot of grant money. You got that in the first go around.
And it's a huge project for a long time. This money just came in the sense of, not just, but recently. So in order to work together, can't we all just maybe a little agreement, the two big ones? And I'm talking the smaller population, I know that. So does Ross, I mean, he's unincorporated and
Well,
stuff.
We want to be fair.
Yes, I think that,
And I want it to be fair for everybody.
yeah,
We're all in the same situation.
we are. I agree.
We're gonna have to probably raise rates too.
Yep, I'm sure.
I mean, that's just the writing on the wall, so if nobody wants to budge, we're gonna be back to what you're recommending. And I think we should budge. Fairfield's willing to budge, but we're not gonna be the only ones that's gonna budge.
Well, I think,
yeah,
I
so
agree with you totally.
do you take the 865 and break it into 216.5 for all four of us and call it good? It's for simple math.
If that works for
If that works
everyone,
for everybody here.
I would be happy. My hope was that you four could sit down with us and come up with an agreement. So yeah, what,
You're higher up on the ladder than I am. Come on, Joe. No.
we have the
The money
865,
is going to the
Yeah,
but
floor.
literally you guys are all in the same
Yeah.
boat. You're looking at rate increases and you're looking at projects that absolutely have to get done. So I mean, it's, yeah, if you guys can agree on a way to divvy up the money, I would be
What
very.
did you recommend, Chris?
I said if you broke it into four, and the four people at the table, each one's going to get 216.5.
Let me ask you a question, Joe, too. Now, there's supposedly another 865 here the next fiscal year. Is that correct? This is only half of what actually going to come down
They're
the
assuming
road.
another round of 865 will
Okay,
come.
so that'd be a year,
Yes,
probably what, fiscal year 21, 22, is that it?
yes, before June,
Oh, before
at or,
June.
at or before June.
Of 22.
So we've got about, when's those applications, or when's that gonna be allocated?
So October 5th to January 14th is the second round application window.
Oh.
So we have to have our poop in a group and soon.
5 days, all of a
Yes.
sudden the whole thing starts rolling.
So what they were planning on with the ARPA Infrastructure Advisory Committee was planning on with that due date was that everybody who didn't get funded the first round will have their projects already ready to go and submit them again for the second round.
Right.
And anything that's been previously funded is no longer eligible
Correct.
for any more money.
They did also offer, and I'll send it to all you guys in the email. There are 4 pages of financial assistance programs available to supplement the funding in these projects. This
Okay.
is not the only source of money.
No,
So
we've been through them all.
the plan is to make everybody be really creative with their funding and to allow the fiscal recovery funds to be used as a match. They have all discussed, every time they've had a Zoom meeting or an advisory commission meeting, they've discussed the Choteau County in particular had a really creative project. They had it completely funded. It was about $1 million, and then it completely funded through the combination of these programs. So it's not actually costing them anything out of pocket. And it's solving a number of water and sewer issues in Choteau County, in Loma, and it's making them, I believe, independent on their own for
Okay,
water.
so what if we get, say, 200 and whatever thousand from the county this time, then we're ineligible from the county the next go around?
For the exact same project, so if we phase them, we're not ineligible.
So would it be smarter for one to wait till October 5th and apply for the total?
So they meet every month, and they
Yeah, right.
yeah, so they look at them monthly. We have until January 1st, is it January 1st, 2023 to apply for these funds.
But I mean, I'm talking about just the allocation that the county gets.
The minimum allocation, yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying,
Yeah.
is if we do a little juggling on time, is it smarter for us to try to see who needs it the worst right now, and then when October 5th through whenever this other 865,000 comes through? Is that correct? This is only half.
Well, you also got to remember one thing is there will possibly, more than likely, also be new applicants that did not apply this first round.
Yeah, but I'm talking about just the county money.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the whole ARPA thing.
no. We're talking about.
I'm just saying the other
So
865,000.
there's two plots of 865,000 that are only for water and sewer. That
Right.
the county is gonna
Yeah.
get, correct?
Right.
So, my question still remains.
So you're
As we're
suggesting
negotiating
that
this thing,
we
is it-
split it up and give,
Well, if we, depends on who has the highest criticality, if we're looking at actually 1.6, then you add it up, there's plenty of money, it's just a timing issue then, is that
Mhm.
correct?
Correct.
so what you're suggesting is we do two at 430, and then
Next
the
one,
next go around,
the next two get the
the other
430.
two haven't applied, so they're eligible for the other.
They move up. And see, that's what goofed us up, to be honest with you, is the way they changed the goalposts and
And the timing.
the timing and the funding. And it's still on their website, you can apply for up to 25 million, but you know you're only gonna get two.
And they said the second round you're only gonna get 2. They
Yeah.
said that right off the bat.
Yeah, right
this
off the
last
bat.
meeting.
See,
So-
it was my assumption that 1.6 was gonna be dumped right in the county right away, now it's split, so.
It's like, yeah, same with our minimum allocations,
Right.
The
based on the gas tax
non-entitlement,
dollars.
the non-entitlement were the ones that got it split up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hate that.
But anyway, that's my thought process here, if there's a way we can manipulate the time clock, maybe we'll all come out on top.
The only problem I can see with that is, like, we're all in the issue of going after stuff. In the sense of applying for grants, getting our PER done and things like that, and if
We
you
are
wait, yeah, I know you guys are. Some of us aren't though, we're just in the process of, and stuff like that, and so if it's gotta wait to it kind of puts the applying for other sources and going after money and stuff still up in thing, unless there would be a absolute that you would get this money at this time, of what you're saying this time. I want to say thank you for even suggesting we split it up 4 ways, because you of course are
I'll take the heat, but,
yes, but I mean, I think that'd be wonderful, because
even if you go to a census
that way
thing,
we
they
would
come out on
all
top.
get a fair share.
You get your whole request if we go by the
Yes.
census deal. I broke it up, and it's
Yeah, it's a
Little
lot.
over.
almost seems like maybe you did the math before.
I did not,
You didn't.
no, I did
Have
not.
the accent.
You were really
Sure.
close, you were within $5,000.
Hey, even the broken clock's right twice a day, but I did not do the math.
So,
If we did it all
For lunch and expenses,
equal
then
all
you-
4, we'd all get
you owe
money,
us
we'd
money.
all help our projects. Now, is what I say, instead of having to wait for this,
Right.
the later
if
on.
that's the case, then we could give 2 people $430,000.
No, that isn't what I'm saying.
And then in October, the next go round, the other 2 people would each get $430,000.
If we went with the waiting, but I liked yours, everybody divided up now at all 4, get the same amount.
But that doesn't help you much, does it? 430 is gonna help you better than 430
Well,
one
see,
chunk.
yeah, we're in a kind of a ozone layer here, because we're still fighting a couple of battles to get the
Right,
project
yeah.
done, so I mean, a month or 2 is not gonna make any difference.
But if everybody takes 216, you're saying that precludes you from getting the second half.
No,
No.
no, if we were to get the 430, which gets me almost to the 500, I don't see us the need to come back when the next 865 comes out to you guys. I don't know why we would. Granted, we may have another project then, but
But I must have misunderstood, because I thought somebody said that if everybody gets an allocation now, that stops the second go round.
no, not that I'm
It's
aware
up
of.
to us to decide how to spend this money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you still get it
But
for
they-
Counting money.
They
1.6.
could use the second payment to go after another $2 million from the state, is that what?
So anybody who applied for that first project and got $2 million cannot use that same project to apply again for another $2 million.
So
That's a state deal. that's
Separate
not
from
ours.
the-
Yeah, that's in the
not your deal.
competitive round.
So basically, the 216 we would get would fund us to go back and redo our project, rename a project, re-engineer a project,
Phase
re-PERS,
it all out.
pay it all out,
And stuff
and
like
hope to
that.
get.
So this minimum
yeah, and
allocation
hope
is
to get the
separate
$2
from
million
that
again.
competitive $2 million.
So, just a quick question. So, Chris, as far as the engineering on the cities, which project are we talking about today for the city? Are you talking the water project or the sewer project?
Water project.
Okay, so the water project.
So the
And-
the big project
Yeah.
has to be downsized.
Right, so this is a downsized water project that has already been engineered partially.
It's been fully engineered.
Your project has been fully engineered?
No,
No, not yet.
no, we still got design to do.
Okay, and your project,
We're getting real close. In fact, we're hoping to maybe put out bids pretty soon.
okay, and Susan, your project?
Is not that far along at all.
Okay, so if you have the 1.6 or 1.7, $1.6 million that you're gonna, when are they gonna get this, Danny, or when can they apply for it?
The first half.
The first chunk we can get right now.
Okay, and when will you get this, when can you get
It
the
won't
second?
arrive until June of next year.
Okay, so that's 6 months, 6, 7, 8 months out. But the city of Shoto was able to use a letter from the county saying, we're gonna give you some amount of money to work on its package. If
We all did.
you could,
Yes.
so there's no reason why you couldn't obligate the entire 1.6 today, and then just provide letters to like Dutton, to include with their, as they go forward, but then to allow the ones that are ready to go forward, like maybe Fairfield and Shoto, to go forward. If you appropriated it today.
I see what you're
You
saying.
see what I'm saying? I'm saying that if you guys could come to an agreement where you all agree that, okay, we're gonna split it 4 ways, but in the first round, we're gonna get that money to the 2 ones that are shovel-ready, so that they can go forward. And then the other 2 will get it in June of next year when their project is maybe shovel-ready at that time. Could you obligate it that way, even if you're not gonna get it till June?
We can
It's
do
still
whatever
in
we
this
want with
fiscal
it.
year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can, it's up to us to spend it however we see fit.
So if we divvy this up the way Chris talked about, the second half of the money coming in June, is that what's been mentioned? Do we get the same amount then?
It depends on what we decide today. We could do it that way. Everybody gets 216 now and 216 later, or
Yeah.
we could do it to get 432 and
Ne-
to get 432
In
later.
June of next year.
I guess I'm just a little bit skeptical of next year in the sense of like, we all know how things change.
And they move it around. I am too.
And,
Yeah.
and so the 2 that don't get the money, we've got a letter that says, yeah, we'll get the money, but then your rules could change, or
And
they
if
could
we don't
change
get
it.
the money, then
And then we could
But
be out.
Those funds have already been allocated under the fiscal budget for the federal government, so. And I struggle with that because they sat in that
Yeah.
ARPA meeting and said, well, what if we don't get any more? What if we don't get, we've only got half of it now, what if we don't get the other half? It's obligated at the federal level. If we don't get the money from the federal level, we got bigger issues than who's getting money here today.
right.
So,
Well, I'm still skeptical, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't disagree with you, Susan.
I-
It's a long ways
The
out.
result wouldn't be any different, and that way we wouldn't have to obligate the second payment until we had it in hand, and I'm kinda
and I'm with you
conservative
there.
that way.
I am
And they
too.
didn't even know for sure that it was June. They just said
I
within
think
12
it's-
months.
Well, yeah,
This one
that's
came
what I'm
out in
saying.
June. They're assuming.
To
that
me,
they'd
there's
wait
too many
It's a lot
iffies,
cleaner to me.
you know?
Do it that way.
I still thank Shoto, and I say I love the idea of all of us getting the same, and then even in the second time, all of us getting the same, which ultimately gives us all a bunch.
Well, and it gives you guys enough to get engineered.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And that's the engineering, as we all know, is a big thing. And I know you don't like hearing that, but that's
So
the
they're
way I
forcing all these
feel.
projects to get phased is what they're doing.
Yeah, and this accomplishes that all 4 of us get some money right now, and then on the second, we get the second half, the same amount. We don't have to go through this we can,
If it arrives.
if it arrives, which I'm scared it won't, but at least I'll have had a bird in hand once.
The decision will have been made, so if it happens
Yes.
the way it's expected to, it will
Yes.
have been made.
Yeah.
Yes,
The only other thing is that there's we have to have a agreement with each city before we hand over the money. And what did you say, the template was 14 pages?
Whoa, yeah, we've got a good one to work with.
22.
Carter County, Ekalaka had a really nice
14
MOU,
pages,
yeah.
and Mako recommended that we use something similar, so we'll get that to county attorney to look at and make the necessary changes, but that'd be easier too, because it would be the same amounts.
It basically just gets the liability away from the county.
Yeah.
That you don't, the question is that you have to spend the money the way you say you're gonna spend the money.
Within the
in grants.
timeframe.
It's not a big deal, but it's just it gets the liability away from the county.
And through the audit process, it provides
Yes.
indemnification
Yeah.
back to the county.
Yeah.
That's where those
Sure.
dollars actually went. Yeah, well, I
Sure.
understand that. I get that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all in agreement with the four-way split then? And
Dutton certainly is.
And then
Okay.
doing it again with the next go-round.
Yeah, because it's going to cost us. I mean, we'll get roughly the 500 we asked for, but
Yeah.
But we sure thank
It's
you.
not all in one chunk.
no, I get that.
Yes, yeah.
But if we went to the census, if we left it to you guys to do the census,
Which I don't think that would be.
Well, I was certainly hoping that we could sit
yeah,
down and get
I
an
would
agreement.
come out. The city of Shoto would come out smelling like roses
No, you wouldn't.
and
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
and take some
Nobody
You
heat.
can
but-
beat Susan to the parking lot, you'd be fine.
Yeah, I hope I could outrun her.
You can't.
So yeah,
Well, one good thing about it, we all live in the same county.
Yes.
We're all citizens of the county.
And that's what this
That's right.
money is for all of us to benefit if we
Yes.
can.
Right.
It's like it's being spread in the county, and as far as I'm concerned, Fairfield would be in favor of this.
so Ross, I'm just thinking here, if it comes in June, we'd be okay, because we'd still be in our project. I'm just trying to make sure that the money doesn't show up after our project's done.
Did you want to borrow some?
Well,
Well, I think,
From the state.
no, I'm not against saying, you know, we take your share out of the first allotment if you're not ready. If somebody was the same boat, if somebody was in the same boat and said, we're not ready to go
Would
yet,
that eliminate you having to reprogram? If you had forced
it would
32?
eliminate me having to go get rate because I don't have the 500, even though I have the note, I don't have the 500 in hand. I have 430 of the 500. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
And
I
then
mean,
in June, you would get Shoto share and Power share.
that's what I'm saying, is that gonna save you from having to
Yes, it
re-engineer?
would save us some money. It would save us some headaches.
Let me work on that. I mean, that would only be at about 3% interest.
Simple or compounded day.
Not bad.
Yeah.
No, we consider that. We
Yeah.
consider that, because like I say, we have had so many hurdles with the state, we're about ready to go on a war party.
there's even the talk, even if we put out for bids, they're not so sure we could start right away because the lack of materials.
And a 30% increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I'm willing, I think obviously Power's more than happy to accommodate the proposal, and then if we wanna make a little
Yeah,
side
if you
deal.
guys wanna make side deals, that's fine with us.
Between
We just-
those two.
Yeah.
We just wanna.
Yeah, we won't bother that.
Thank you.
I do have a recommendation though. I think whoever's got their project ready to go when we submit it, they need to be represented at this advisory commission meeting. And we all need to kind of
Yeah.
support each other in doing that because they seem like they were more likely to directly approve projects when somebody was there to explain it during the public comment period to get up and kind of really reach out
It's
to
a good
everybody.
opportunity.
Absolutely.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm afraid if I were to go, I'd get carried out of there.
No,
You're on a
you-
list.
you
They
can
don't
do
let
it.
you in.
You can do it.
Oofda.
Well, they've replaced two of them.
They're all
Should I
dropping
go
like
with you
flies.
and just tug on your elbow?
Yeah, you can. Or hope in the right direction, Joe. One or the other.
Everybody's in favor of,
Yeah,
for the first half, and wait till June for the second
when the
half.
second half arrives, we'll, do it that way. And it's just, and
Maybe it'll come sooner than June.
it
It's
may.
a lot cleaner that
Well, I
way.
I
really
can't hold my
appreciate you
breath.
guys being able to work
Yeah,
together. I'm
absolutely.
glad we all came together and
Oh,
came
yeah,
to
I
a
mean,
consensus
yeah.
because that.
And
I
like-
had that in the back of
makes
my
our-
mind.
And like I
last
said, I
time.
thank Shoto for coming down and working with us too, because theirs is the biggest project.
Yeah.
There is the
Actually, his
biggest,
was bigger yet.
but the town size,
Yeah.
and come on now.
No, I thank you all for doing that. That's
Yeah.
a good consensus, I think.
Okay.
So, the one question I just have to ask then, it'll be allocated, and you said you could get it right now, so can I take my check now?
We'll write an IOU.
You need
You got
the
14 pages of
14 pages
Yes.
of legalese done. And then Danny's looked into this a lot more than I have, but
Okay.
she said that we can request the allocation that we need each time. So we won't just get the 865,000. because
So
we
you
don't
mean
want it
each
sitting there.
town,
Yep.
or each
So,
entity
We're just gonna
will?
leave it in the treasury. When we get the request from you for a specific dollar amount, then we will
One at a
request it
time.
from the treasury, and then we can get it through the tunnel and get it out to you guys.
Which will be the 200, did it come out to
216.
216.5.
265?
Okay. It's cleaner. We'll just do one request for each town, city.
So we will have to contact you. Oh,
Yep, the first thing is we've gotta get those letters in place.
Yep. The agreement's signed.
The
out to us.
MOU.
But
Yeah,
we will
we'll-
have, Joe Cole will work on that. We'll get it to Joe.
I'll
We
send that
didn't
to
do
you
that
today.
before this meeting, but we'll get those letters ready for you to sign, and then once we have those letters signed, then you can ask for the money. And we can get
We'll
it
have
to
the
you.
letter to go when you
We
send me the
almost-
thing to
I'm
sign.
surprised you
Well-
didn't.
I have a letter, but Jody didn't make
Joe,
it.
we almost
Okay.
need the letter ahead of time so that Joe knows exactly the figures and the dates to put in.
Well, the figures I assume
MOU.
are all gonna be
But
216.5.
for the
Unless we
dates for the
figure something
project.
out.
Yeah, that's up
Like,
to you guys.
like we got Shoto's letter already.
So go through and tell these guys what they need on their letter.
We've got a nice little example letter here from the city of Shoto I would like to reference for you all.
Professional bunch that they are.
Exhibit A,
I'll
This
email
is-
it to you guys.
outlining their
Okay.
project
I think I got
and,
it.
You did.
And well, we sent you one too.
The total
outlining
and
our
what they're
project,
requesting.
something like that.
and what it's for. So just something official like this that we can give to Joe that'll go along with each MOU for each location would be great. And Chris is gonna send that to everyone?
I will. I'll give it to you.
I will send you all this 4-page list of resources that are additional financial assistance programs for the water, wastewater, and solid waste projects in Montana. And these are nice because some of them the smaller communities can apply for, and like the county can't because we're too big.
What's your
or whatever.
contact numbers, Danny?
I'll give you my card before
Oh,
you
a
leave.
card,
How about
oh.
that?
ER549.
But and I can send you guys all the stuff. I've been attending every single one of the advisory commission meetings online, and
You'll
Yeah,
be sending this
pretty
to
close.
us?
yeah,
Okay.
Chris is going to send you the city of Shotos so you have a template to use, and then I'm going to send you guys all these additional funding resources.
Good, thank you.
Yeah,
You have her contact info. It's in
I-
your phone.
I've emailed you,
I
sir.
just sent it to you.
Oh, look at you.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, I'm anything but efficient.
So this first go around, the money will be, as soon as the paperwork's ready and the money's
You'll be
there.
able to apply
Okay,
for it.
Right.
the second half will come in June,
Hurry up and wait.
Hopefully sooner, but yes.
supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And we'll see what the infrastructure bill passes if they ever pass one,
yeah.
right.
what that provides.
I wonder about that.
Can't wait for that gas tax or the mileage tax.
That'll kill
Are you
me.
excited about that?
No, I'm not.
Okay, did we get everything covered?
Yeah.
I'm really glad you guys came, and I'm glad.
Yeah,
Thank you, Chris, for taking the
Well,
time.
sometimes you gotta do the better good for everybody.
yeah.
We appreciate
Well,
it.
thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, that was,
We small people appreciate it.
that's easy when people are, can negotiate a
Yes.
little bit,
Mhm.
yes.
Well, and everybody has equal needs.
Exactly.
I mean, there's no question about that.
We were just
Yeah.
lucky to be ready to roll.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
gentlemen.
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Meeting
everybody.
meeting is adjourned.
Yeah, those are, I'll give you the formal.
Danny, I was
Okay,
gonna tell
let's just
you,
give
when we
a-
talked on the
Yeah.
phone
Okay.
the other day,
Thanks.
and I said that we rate,
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Bob.
we were so bad in the ratings. I was wrong in that.
That was
And I-
painless.